Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and it's time for another return, since we missed last time's episode, or yesterday's episode, to Pokemon Pearl. I wasn't feeling that good yesterday. I couldn't really record, and I was going to hold off and do this recording later on, but I realized, you know what? I basically am not allowed to leave my neighborhood today because everyone keeps driving into town, or my area, and attacking my Pokemon Go gym, keeping me from getting my coins for the day, so I can't really go too far from home. We're alright for the time being, though. Anyways, it is time to go check out the Battle Tower here in Pokemon Pearl. What episode number is this? I've lost track, because the last one we had, well, did I just hear something? 2 episodes back was the finale as we took on, I'll call it, mid-finale, as we took on Cynthia, the champion. We did manage to finally win after, 3 attempts to get through there. Anyway, long story short, we are now here in the post-game. So I forget what number this is, but you guys can see it on the layout, or the thumbnail, and the description, and the title, and all that good stuff. But without any further ado, we're going to see what this Battle Tower is all about. Now, technically, I don't think we need to do any battling in here to advance the story forward. I think we just have to basically learn about this place, but just in case, we will come in here with a nice team we have working for us. Everyone above level 50 gets sent down to level 50 for these battles, so these levels don't really matter. But we got our level 60 Rocky the Sandslash holding the Hard Stone. He is a naive little Pokemon. He has Sand Veil ability, and the moves of Dig, Rock Slide, Seismitoss, and Sandstorm. Next, we got Sheldon the Blastoise at level 60, holding a Soft Sand to power up ground attacks. He is a Calm Nature Pokemon. He has Torrent ability, and we got Surf, Ice Beam, Earthquake, and Bide. Next up is Blaze, our Charizard, level 61, holding Razor Claw. He has a Quirky Nature, which is neutral. He is he has Blaze, as his name indicates, the ability. It's kind of funny, I said this before, but I named him back in Gen 1 before abilities were a thing. Wouldn't you know? Charizard's ability happens to be Blaze. Weird, eh? Anyway, Flamethrower, Dragon Claw, Fly, and Slash for the attacks. Next up is the Johto Dragon Slayer. We have Fluffy, our level 61 Clefable, holding the Quick Claw. She is a sassy Pokemon. Cute Charm ability. And we got Ice Beam, Metronome, Calm Mind, and Moonlight. Next is Machip at level 61, holding a Fist Plate to power up those fighting attacks. He is Adamant Natured, which is awesome for a Machamp. He has Guts ability, and the moves of Strength, Vital Throw, Dynamic Punch, and Earthquake. Last but not least, we got Sprout, our MVP, most valuable Pokemon of the team. He made it through the Elite Four. He made it through Cynthia. I don't know how he did it, but he's here, level 63, holding the Meadow Plate. He is a relaxed Pokemon. Maybe that's how he made it through. He was all nice and calm and collected and relaxed. He has Overgrow for the ability, and the moves of Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Toxic, and Leech Seed. Alright, so let's pop into Battle Tower. What's going on? Welcome to Battle Tower. I'm your guide to the single and double battles. Let's just do the single, I guess. Now, I think I said this before. What I don't like about this version of Battle Tower is basically you have to go through all 7 opponents to get anything. I like nowadays where just beating each opponent gives you something, but we'll see how things go here. Alright, so who do I want to lead? I think probably Blaze is our fastest, so he's going to be a good lead. I also want to bring the MVP. We'll bring Sprout. Should I just go with Kanto starters? Let me think. That gives us a double weakness to Electric. I mean, Rocky might be not bad, although that gives us 2 weaknesses to Ice. It's hard to say. Well, Fluffy could be okay. Her only weakness is Fighting, and that's not doubled on anyone else. Plus, the other 2 are resistant to fighting, so I think we'll let Sheldon sit out. We'll bring Fluffy. Let's see here. I like to save the game. I'm gonna have to, of course, because I guess they do this in case, if you happen to lose a match, you can't just, reset and start over again, which is a pretty clever way to make sure you're gonna play this properly. So let's see if we can get through 7 opponents. This should probably be the whole episode, I'm thinking. Unless we get beaten out pretty early on, which could happen. I have a feeling the Pokemon that you fight in here are all, perfect IVs, perfect EVs for what their movesets require and call for. Oh, we're in the 4th room. The different room you go into makes a huge difference in who you fight. It's actually not at all important, I'm pretty sure. Although we're facing a ninja. Let's see what happens here. But yeah, so I took over my gym last night in Pokemon Go, thinking if I'm in there for a few hours, that's fine, it's a good amount of coins. Basically, someone knocked out my Metagross less than an hour before I went in there. And of course, I'm not feeling well in the evenings these days, so I had to, go to sleep. I wasn't awake to keep feeding my Pokemon, and I had to just pass out. So I feel that's a pretty underhanded way to play the game, Pokemon Go. Drive around middle of the night, take gyms when people are asleep. you know, not everyone gets around that time of night. So, like, I don't mind if people drive around catching Pokemon and stuff at, like, 1 or 2 a.m. That's all well and good. Whatever you want to do to, you know, affect just your own game, perfectly fine. But the moment things like that happen where you go around and you're claiming gyms from people in the middle of the night, that's what I got a problem with. Not just because it's only, you know, it's me that's it's affecting, but other people that have, like, you know, set up in the gym. Tell you what, we'll talk about that maybe another time, because right now I want to point out how cheaty battle towers can be. Now, I hit myself once in confusion. That's acceptable. Do we break out of confusion? We do. Alright. Well, now that I've drawn the focus to the cheating factors of Battle Tower, let's wait and see what it decides to do from now on. I tell you, I don't know how many times I've gone through Battle Towers only to have the victory stolen away from me when some very hard to accept things happen. Like 3 turns of hitting yourself in confusion, stuff like that. 4 turns of full paralysis, stuff like that. That all seems to happen here in Battle Tower. And look, you just happen to have Ukaberry. But to be honest, I really didn't think it was going to matter anyways. I was just waiting to see, is that all going to drain out there? Yes, it is. Blaze just burning a path through all these opponents. You can't intimidate me, Starly. No, I will say, I kind of like this, though. Back in the older days of the Pokemon games, I guess starting back with, like, Gen 3, I guess, Pokemon were not fully evolved as you're going through all the earlier levels of Battle Tower. Well, they get super far, super high evolved later on, for sure. But at least right now we're facing things like Starly and fake ninjas. Good, you're not one of those 3 ninjas. You guys ever see that movie? I guess no, that was a series of movies. The 3 Ninjas. Basically, taking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Home Alone, putting them into a blender, and that's what you get. You get a movie. It's kind of crazy. Alright, another perfect start for us. We have our Charizard up in the lead. We're going to burn a path through here once again. And let me just take a look at Pokemon Go up the street. There's a big old blue gym, the new gym that's been added in my neighborhood. I'll be taking that at some point. But I wanted to make sure to have this video recorded since I've been feeling kind of sick in the evenings. I don't know what it is. It feels like it's just a cold that I have. But right around the time that we do our live streams, or maybe just afterwards, I'm starting to feel pretty, you know, coffee, pretty, like, upset stomach, stuff like that. So I basically can't do much after the streams. I just have to lay down and try to rest and recuperate, at least until whatever I have passes. So I figured I'd better get this recorded in the daytime. Look, you happen to have Ukaberry as well. That's weird. Because, from what I understand about Battle Tower... Oh look, now we've boosted your Overgrow. Doesn't matter. We're going to withdraw. But, from what I understand about Battle Tower, essentially every time you fight somebody, there's a whole selection of Pokemon that they can choose from to battle you with, and I think it randomly selects from each of them. But as we know, you can't have the same held item in Battle Tower, so it must be set up that Turtwig and Cherubi cannot both be chosen in the same team. Otherwise, they would have the same held item. So I'm pretty sure... Look at this! Nothing but grass types. Love it. Okay. Sometimes Battle Tower cheats. Other times, it just lets you breeze through because it knows you're recording for YouTube and wants to make you, the player, me, look like a whiny crybaby talking about unfair cheats. Just wait for it. I'm sure it is coming. This is the false sense of security they're lulling us into. We'll see what happens when we get to trainer number 7. That's only 2 out of 7 right there. So if only I had a giant Heracross. If only you had a Heracross, I could have used Fly Attack on it. We still got that gym. Excellent. How many coins are we worth right now? Still just 1. I just took the gym back over before recording. So yeah, I got 5 coins when I should have had a good amount of like 20 to 30 by holding my gym overnight. And I took the gym over this morning. I'm thinking, you know what? You people have had your coins. I'm taking it. Took it. A half hour later, someone knocked me back out. And again, it was a driver. Which again, I'm not a fan of. See, the reason I don't like... Here's what I'm thinking. The game doesn't ever specify driving is a thing. Like, whenever you look at something about that requires distance, they say, for example, to get a candy for your Pokemon, they say, walk these kilometers with your Pokemon. Or hatching an egg, walk this distance with your Pokemon. And I'm saying nothing about driving, and in fact, you know, they have that pop-up thing that says, Pokemon Go should not be played while driving. So, it's meant to say, you should be walking, which I think that's the point of it anyway. It gets you out walking, you know, it's healthy, it's exercise. You're not sitting behind the wheel of a vehicle, and you are resistant to my flamethrower. Let's Dragon Claw, see what we can do. So, all that being said, I feel that, now I get some gyms and some stops are far out of the way, but what people I think should do, drive to a spot, park the car, and then walk that area. People don't do that. They just drive somewhere, stay in the car, they will do what they're doing, then they'll drive to the next spot, stay in the car, do their thing, and it's like, that, I don't know, to me, that defeats the purpose. And I'm not just saying this because I don't have a car. If I had a car, I could, you know, instead of taking a bus to go places, I would take the car, park it, and do the same thing that I do. It's almost like if I was taking the bus somewhere. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh on people, but I don't think I am. Alright, Chinchou, don't even. Oh, psh, you're just a Chinchou, though. What's that going to do? Maybe half? We are both level 50. That was maybe half. Look at that. I predictified properly. When did our accuracy get lowered? Can you folks tell me that? Oh, wait. No, you're right. It could be holding Lax Incense or Bright Powder. You know how rare that is to happen for us to actually miss? I'm not going to claim the cheats are happening just yet, but I'm just saying that is a likely possibility. Let's see if we can land, Giga Drain. Alright, fair enough. Fortunately, your Pokemon do get fully healed between each battle. So, as I said too, this is not Nuzlocke. You cannot Nuzlocke Battle Tree, Battle Tower, Battle Maison, whatever you're doing in your particular generation of games. And I would forbid anyone to tell me otherwise. There's no way you can make it through these Battle Tower things without losing somebody. Just based on how the computer opponents, I called them opponents, I'm going to pwn them all, but based on how they are built, their movesets, their stats, and all that stuff, and see, I'm still kind of coughing, a little bit choked up here, the fact that the game will, on occasion, start to tweak the percentages in their favor. This was kind of, I had a talk with my friend Evan about this too, and we were thinking, like, the only real way to increase difficulty in a game like this is to take those random chances and skew them towards the opponent. Because, like, if I had, let's say if Blaze here, for example, was a 100% perfect Charizard, the best moves, the best stats, all that kind of stuff, and if he could sweep through every opponent in a normal situation, the only way for the game to give me a challenge at that point would be to make it so if I have a 95% accurate move, I'm more likely to miss. And look at this! How often do you ever see Focus Band do its thing? Alright, now we're confused. Do you think we're going to manage to land our hit? Let's go Dragon Claw. It begins. First of all, Supersonic needed to hit. That's not fully accurate. And we hit ourselves in confusion, and their Focus Band worked. This is why Battle Tower is disgusting, right here. You're seeing it happen live. Well, not live, it's pre-recorded, but you know what I mean. I feel like pausing, doing a nice calculation of seeing what is the exact percentage chance of all of these past couple turns happening. Focus Band worked. Supersonic landed. 2 turns, hitting ourselves in confusion. Sorry, Battle Tower. You just proven that you're a jerk. Now let's see. Does the Focus Band work again? No, it does not. Granted, I only lost 1 Pokemon, but given the nonsense that we just saw, I'm not happy with losing that 1 Pokemon. Okay, we got a water type in here now. So what is this thing going to have to surprise us? Let's Giga Drain. Sadly, it is not Fairy type yet. They don't exist till Gen 6. So Sludge Bomb is not really as good of an option. Although it is special based in this generation. This is when the special or physical special split did happen in the world of Pokemon, which I thought was a nice welcome addition. I've probably mentioned this before, but since we got time, I'll just reiterate what I've said before. Like, I always thought things like Hyper Beam, that should have been special because it never made sense that it was, you know, a physical hit because you're shooting a beam of energy. So, and things like well, I guess one thing that made me really think about this was Ice Punch, Fire Punch, Thunder Punch. Hitmonchan learned all of those. I guess we'll just waste a turn Sludge Bomb. Dig's not going to get critical, which is nice. But yeah, I always thought that those punches should have been physical because Hitmonchan was more physically offensive than special. I never really understood what was the point of giving Hitmonchan all the elemental punches if it didn't have the stats, you know, to boost it or to back it up. But I guess it made sense in the sense that, you know, it gave it good type coverage. And I've said this before, but I never realized at first, back in Gen 1, that you could actually thaw out frozen Pokemon. Because back then, freeze was broken, if you didn't know. Once a Pokemon was frozen, they were locked in that ice for the entire fight. Except if you hit it with a fire move. Now, I didn't think they would have programmed that. I was kind of surprised to find out that that happened, because I was one time battling, I was training up Hitmonchan versus a Weezing on Cinnabar Island. I landed an Ice Punch, froze it. And I was like, yes, it can't move. I can do anything I want now. Hey, I got a lot of PP left on Fire Punch. Let's do that. I went for Fire Punch, and wouldn't you know it, didn't knock it out, of course, but it said Wild Weezing Thawed, or was unfrozen or something like that. And I was like, I was shocked, and then I realized, that makes sense. Why didn't I even think that could happen? You're trying Double Protect, Azumarill. Get off my screen. You're wasting everybody's time. What are we on? Alright, where are we at for the time? We still got 8.5 minutes, it looks like. And I'm still in the gym. There's only one gym in the neighborhood. The other one... Oh, the other one's under attack. I hope it's yellow. Actually, if it's red, I'll go take it anyways, because I need points on that one. Cricketune. Well, we are part poison, so we'll resist somewhat your bug-type attacks, but you resist grass, so let's go with... Look how little Leech Life does. If you guys are familiar, or like actually, if you've only ever played Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, you might be thinking, why did Leech Life do so little? It was one of the weakest attacks back in the first 6 generations of games. It wasn't until Gen 7 that it actually gave Leech Life a pretty interesting power boost. It goes from, I think, 20 base power here up to, is it 80, I think? And I really like that attack, though, nowadays, because I have, we all know Zell, the Buzzswole, if you watch my Ultra Sun playthrough. He's got, right now, Drain Punch and Leech Life. He's got both stab moves that can drain energy back into him, which is really cool. And it makes sense for a Mosquito-type Pokemon to do that. He also has Ice Punch and Thunder Punch to cover some possible weaknesses. I rolled my ankle! That is bad. Did I ever tell you folks about the time that I sprained my ankle so bad? I said it felt like something had grabbed hold of my foot and was trying to, like, rip it off my leg. That was a bad time. Like, that was the time that I learned what the expression blinding pain really means. I was walking around, and it was near the end of winter, so there's still some snowbanks and stuff around. I was actually uptown on the, not the boardwalk, but just outside our mall, Market Square. You've probably seen it a lot on the Pokemon Go videos. And there was a big puddle of water in the middle of the walkway, a couple snowbanks on the side. So I thought, I don't want to get my shoes all soaked. I'm going to walk, you know, into the snowbank. So I'm walking in the snowbank, and it was soft snow, so my feet are sinking in a bit. At one point, my foot sunk in and slid, but it found the one hard piece of icy snow in that snowbank and caught it, as the rest of me fell the other way. So my foot twisted out, and I fell the other way from it. I'll continue this in just a second. Let's see. Does the focus band work? And hey, that's a yellow gym up there now. I could take it over without losing any potions. Not take it over, but I can add into it. Not bad. Alright, we got us a Nuzleaf. That's an easy fake out coming our way. Prediction game is strong with this one. So I see, since the yellow team has taken that gym, I think they're coming down this way to help defend my gym. I'll appreciate the support, most definitely. So I'll be heading up that way in just a little bit. I still have to work on preparing the remainder of our Chimchar for the Wonder Trade night tonight. I'm currently working on that. I got a whole bunch of eggs prepared, just got to hatch them all up, kind of pick through them, make sure I give you folks the best possible options I have of max attack and max speed. I was doing the breeding, the first batch today, and oh no, I'm intimidated. Doesn't matter, I got flamethrower. But the first like 10 eggs, there was something wrong with each of them. Some of them didn't have Iron Fist, you know, they had the simple blaze ability of the Chimchar, and they didn't have max attack and max speed. They either had one or the other, or maybe neither. And it's like, come on game, just give me a couple Pokemon to work with. Do I have some cologne on? I smell sort of nice. I'm actually kind of sweaty. I don't know what you're smelling, lady. Going up and down stairs all the time, defending my gym. does tend to get a bit of a workout going on. So we might actually get some battle points from this. These mates of mine traveled the world with me, did they? Well, that's lovely. It's actually kind of cool to think about, you know, let's talk about Pokemon Go again, since that's what the whole topic seems to be. Since you can see it right here, Pokemon Go is happening, yay! It's kind of cool to think that some people travel the world. Ooh, I'm switching. First time we're doing a Switch here, look at this. I don't even have a Switch, yet we're using a Switch. But people that can travel the world, catching Pokemon in Pokemon Go, getting all the regionals. We actually had at one point, there was a cruise ship in town, and I forget what legendary it was at the time. I think it was Entei. A bunch of us, local people, were getting together, and is this thing trying to roar us? Why would it go last after Scary facing us? Anyway, we were taking on an Entei, I believe, and a couple people from the cruise ship, I think they were from Germany or something, they came, they joined in with us, they got Entei from, you know, the North American continent, which was kind of cool, because of course the game records where you get these Pokemon from. Hey, you got a cute little Cubone! I feel bad hurting Cubone, they're so cute. But I gotta do it. I also want to show you something here. I set this up. I might, just to spruce up the bottom screen a little bit, show you some of the photos I've been taking in Pokemon Ultra Sun. Like, look, here's Sprout right here. Look at that pose. Look how we're doing. I got a whole bunch of photos. Let me show you one more. In fact, let me show you Marowak. One sec here. How do I change this? Next Pokemon's gonna be coming in. I ain't too scared about this. I think this is a pretty good Marowak pose. Look at Marowak here. Don't you love it? I love it. I'm all about Pokemon, you know, showing off, like, more than just the battles, right? Showing all these different things. What did that Anorith try to use? I didn't even notice. But I love doing all these different poses and stuff like that. I said, or I, you know, somewhat jokingly said, I guess, but maybe I should start up an Instagram and start posting some of these photos on there. Would you guys want to see something like that? Just like a photo gallery? Because I know a lot of people that do, you know, YouTube and Twitter and stuff, they also have Instagram, which I never really thought to get into. I mean, Instagram is decent for sharing photos and stuff like that, and I'm like, I don't really take photos of things that are interesting. But maybe I do. Maybe you guys might want to see some cool photography from Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, perhaps. So let me know what you think of that. Leave a comment down below. Maybe it's time we hit the road again. Maybe it is, sir. Maybe it is. Now, is that... We've got one more battle. Alright, this is where things get kind of wacky. Let's see if we can do this. In Love and Battles, I've never tasted defeat. Well, prepare yourself, because, well, actually, I don't want to talk up too big. We'll see what happens. Daniela sends out Hitmontop. Well, we do have us a Charizard. Now, these things can learn rock attacks, though. I'm thinking I should go for the fly attack. I don't know. We're intimidated now. Let's go for Flamethrower, see if we can get that burn. Oh, it's got quick attack. Never mind. I ain't scared of that. What are you going to do? That was a whole 24 HP. Now, you might have some good special defense on you, but I think a couple Flamethrowers might still do the trick. That's a close one. We'll try, though. Another 24. Going to drop us at 108. No, less last time. So, what if we get a lower roll this time? Again, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure Blaze is quicker. Oh, look at that. Okay. Thank you, Battle Tower, for trying to make me look... Oh, that's nothing to worry about. Look at that. That could have been scary. But thank you, Battle Tower, for showing the crazy random luck can work for the player as well. See, if this was regular Battle Tower and I was not playing, or I was not, you know, recording, what would have happened right there is we would have somehow got burned and we would have got knocked out. That's how Battle Tower seems to work. All right, let's let's Dragon Claw, but we are intimidated. I'll probably have to switch. Yeah, I think switch is the way to go. Flamethrower could be a bit of a problem for Sprout, at least. So we're gonna switch out into Fluffy, our Dragon Slayer. Not much she can do back to this. We can try to stall out some Flamethrowers, maybe. But I don't know if that's going to really help us all that much. Oh, your physical defense is up now. That's awesome. Not really. I could... Actually, I can Calm Mind. Let's start off with that. We got some Moonlights. We can heal up again. Just Do not burn us, please, and things will be great. There we go. Calm mind. Time is up. Uh-oh. We're past time. I should probably cut it right here and leave this as a cliffhanger, you think? Or maybe not. Maybe I'll moonlight right now. Oh man, you got Brick Break? Of course you have Brick Break. Why wouldn't you have Brick Break? We can handle this though. It's just a Magmar. What's it gonna do? Exactly nothing. Let's go for the Moonlight. So I wonder if that means they're always gonna go for Brick Break, now that they know that it would be more powerful than the Flamethrower. Now might be the time to bust out a Metronome and get a nice Hydro Vortex. Let's give it a shot. I guess they're still doing random moves. I think later on, the AI is a lot better, and it does actually use the proper attack that should be most useful in each situation. But luckily, we get a nice Calm Mind boosted Fury attack. We're going to get Flame Bodied, aren't we? Not just yet, at least. Alright, let's see what another Metronome can give us. Just give us one water move. Actually, give us a special-based ground move, like Mud Shot or something like that. That'd be great. Now our accuracy is dropped. Huh. Let's stab, but still nothing amazing, actually. Not bad. Pretty sure this Magmar has +4 defense with those barriers. What? 2 criticals? That was crazy. I'll take that. Another Brick Break. Fine, I ain't scared of that. Give us Bulk Up. Metronome Bulk Up. That hurts. Oh, good. Cute Charm. I didn't even think of that. Alright, come on. Give us something good. Something that won't miss. Oh, the next move is sure to hit. I'm going to try Ice Beam, actually. We're at +1. It is resisted. But we're guaranteed to land this. Unless they get through the attraction and hit us. Really? You folks, if you watch my videos, you know how much luck I have with the Infatuation. 9 times out of 10, I can't move when I am attracted to the opponent with that, you know, Cute Charm or something like that. Wouldn't you know, they happen to get past that. Alright, let's see it happen again. Okay, really. I'll take that, though. Ice Beam. We land it. Good. I want to end this quick. I got to get moving for the rest of my day. Get out of here, Magmar. Was that your... That's not even your last Pokemon, is it? That was just your second. It is your second. Come on. Torkoal? Why do you got all the fire types? Now, who's going to be quicker? I'm going to try to Moonlight, first of all. Okay, we are quicker. Good stuff. I'm probably going to switch out since we are lowered accuracy. Just gonna wait and see if I can get myself healed back to full. I might just let Sprout come in and take a hit, so I can get Blaze back in for free, or let Fluffy come in for free as well. And you only have Ember. I'm not too scared of that. Let's go for one more Moonlight before switching out. Sprout might be able to be okay, taking an Ember from this thing. It's more defensive than anything, and I'm pretty sure its physical defense is the better of the 2 defenses, so Sludge Bomb could be decent. I should actually... Never mind, there goes the special defense. But I could go for Toxic. Let's do that. In fact, I'll let Blaze come in first. Blaze can come in. I can try for slashes for critical hits. Get past... it doesn't have a defense boost. Never mind. Just go for some slash attacks. Get some criticals, hopefully. When Sprout comes in, I should be guaranteed to go first and hopefully land Toxic. Or Leech Seed. If I can get both, that would be perfect. Slash it up. You see critical. No. But this is definitely going to have to be a war of attrition, taking HP away from it on a steady basis. I could also... I'm going to go for Fly, try to burn out some of its PP. So this is going to be a bit longer episode than the last one was, but it is what it is. Battle Tower can sometimes take its toll, take its time. But as long as we can complete this and get at least a few battle points, it'll be a good time to end off our first attempt at Battle Tower. If I do any more Battle Towering, it'll probably be off-screen. Why do you got Smoke Screen as well? Okay, so we see Amnesia, Smoke Screen, Ember. Haven't seen your last move just yet. Let's go for Dragon Claw. It's more accurate, so better chance of landing. How much does this do? Okay, that was a critical. I was going to say, a lot more than Slash. Don't eat your berry. Why can't we have Unnerve? Where's our hidden ability Mewtwo when we need one, eh? What else do you have, Torkoal? I want to see. I want to bring Sprout in. I think Dragon Claw still does more damage than Slash, though. Even without criticals. Yeah, a little bit more, I think. So I'm basically just allowing Blaze to fall. Slowly but surely. Because if he does drop, even though he's not missing these Dragon Claws, which I'm happy to see, if he does fall, Sprout comes in. I think at this point Sprout could actually get a Sludge Bomb off. Or no, it has Amnesia, never mind. There's a miss. Alright, I will accept that. Blaze survives with 2 HP. Did you think that was going to happen? I honestly did. I didn't expect the game to pull out a double critical back-to-back. I should have expected that, though. It is Battle Tower. Alright, let's Toxic. We're not going to miss. Thank you. We have guaranteed the win. This thing can only seem to Ember us. If Sprout does fall, Fluffy comes in, still has 2 Moonlights left to work with. We can heal up nicely. And look how little you do to us. That's like 40-something. About 40. Oh! Oh! Oh. 2 critical hits back-to-back the last couple turns. Now, they get a burn with their Ember. Leech Seed. There we go. That's the win. Even though the stakes were not anywhere near as high as they are later on, it still infuriates me to see when the game does stuff like that. When you happen to land 2 criticals, you happen to get a burn. I'm telling you, it's not fair, and the fact that they changed their percentages, and I don't care if anyone says they don't, I can show you so many, well, I can't show you, I don't have them recorded, but I could tell you so many instances in which the random chance is a lot better for the opponent than the player to prove that Battle Tower does affect things like that. Anyway, I lost. I don't care. You have a date soon, so go see your date. Whatever. Give me the battle points. We're done here. Hand them up. Congratulations! You get 3 BP. See, nowadays you get a lot more BP for fighting 7 opponents in a row like that. That's hardly worth it. Alright, but that being the case, I guess they saved, but I'll save again anyway. That's going to be a wrap for today's adventures in Pokemon Pearl. I think we're done with showing off Battle Tower. I've shown you the cheat-tastical ways of the computer opponents. We got the rest of the battle zone to check out, though. There is Stark Mountain, which is up in the way, and I forget there's a couple other little town areas we can check out as well. The Ribbon Syndicate is coming up. I love that. I'll show you that once we get to that next spot. But all that being said, it is now time to roll for the day. I want to say thank you folks for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, of course, feel free to drop that like button down below. And of course, if you didn't like it, I've been seeing a number of dislikes on occasion on our videos or our streams. That's all well and good. Just make sure, tell me what did you not like about the video if you're going to click that dislike button so I know what to improve for the future. If I have no feedback, I'm just going to go with what we keep on doing, basically. But if you missed any episodes of Pokemon Pearl, the link in the description takes you to the playlist of all the episodes. And if you want to subscribe to the channel for some more regular Pokemon content, you know what to do. There's a subscribe button you can click on as well. That's going to be it. Thank you folks again for tuning in. Professor Chaz is signing off, and I'll catch you next time.